Hello and welcome back to our Shattered Balance campaign in Crusader Kings 2 with the HIP mod. In our last episode we took a couple of counties down here in some minor wars, and we are now just waiting for the stars to align so we can finally change our succession laws and then go ahead and form an empire title. We are actually just waiting for a couple of vassals to stop fighting each other, which shouldn't hopefully take too much longer. This war here is the problem, and it's at 46% in favour of one of the participants. So we'll just unpause here and allow that to continue. Probably a good thing that we remain at peace for a little while anyway. We do have some vassals who are pretty grumpy about their levies being raised. I suppose we should just check that we have enough money and piety and everything to actually form this empire title, so let's just make sure of that. We do, of course, have enough land, and it's going to cost us 700 gold, 400 piety, which is totally fine. Oh, we are also going to need to create a second kingdom title to do it, so let's see. We could, I suppose, try to create the Ecumenical Patriarchate, which is a kingdom level title, but I don't know if that would actually count towards it since it's titular and weird. I guess we can just create any other title. It's going to be another additional 235 gold, 200 piety, which we can totally afford, so that is fine. Interestingly, the Despotate of Epirus here now consists of only the island of Crete, since everything else has apparently de jure drifted into, I assume, Thessalonica. Anyway, I'm in the mood for some salad. They say it reminds one of the peaceful Greek countryside, and I feel like I need to relax after a stressful day of business. What better than a refreshing mix of fresh vegetables and mouth-watering cheese and dressing? Enjoy, everyone. So we get eating good food, giving us extra diplomacy and health. Nice. Also over here, our vassal in Apulia is looking like he's going to win his war to take this county. That was what this war was about, wasn't it? Claim on Marsico. And we had a son born to our son-in-law. Okay. He is ill. And Amalfi was converted to the Orthodox faith. So most of this land here is now Orthodox, still making progress on Sicilia. Oh, and just as I was watching it, there we go. My chaplain, of course, is here, so no need to move him. Or her. We do need a granddaughter to be educated. I don't think we are likely to inherit as her at any point, since we're going to change to elective and nominate a different child as heir. We had this quick and attractive son that we were going to choose, but I guess since she's a genius and pretty special, therefore I'll educate her myself just in case something happens and we do end up playing as her. So 29% in his favour. The Duke of Peristrion has usurped the title Bandon of Aversa from the King of Sicily. That was this county up here, I believe. Okay, that's fine. I fear my granddaughter is too cynical for her age. Yeah, she can be cynical. That's a reasonable trait. In recent years, it seems that hummus production has declined sharply in Thessalonica. People are starting to lose interest in the hummus produced here. And it seems like the hummus makers here might not be able to recover from the inevitable catastrophe. Sad to hear. So we lose hummus producing region, which is a plus 5% tax bonus. Okay, well, that's unfortunate. It seems like Peristrion here is right off to war again. Oh, I guess he's been called into this war. At the revocation of Traianopolis. Well, hopefully that ends it sooner instead of drawing it out longer. Well, we'll see, I suppose. We had a daughter come of age. My prisoner is complaining about his dark cell. We'll let him rot. Unless we can ransom him. Which we actually can. The fishing industry of Thessalia is experiencing something of a boom. For some reason, the population of fish has grown dramatically, significantly increasing the amount of fish available. This will feed many families, and also provide a lot of fish that can be traded elsewhere. Okay, well that's good. So for a few years we're going to get lower bill costs, higher tax, and higher levy reinforcement. In here. Okay, we got our ransom. We released that guy, finished our keeps, and we have some typhus. So the Queen of Wendland wants to marry the prince, who is presumably... oh, it's her brother, okay, to my daughter, who just came of age. I guess we'll accept. Interestingly, apparently Wendland is Orthodox now. I'm pretty sure they were Slavic previously? Yeah, they must have converted. They're in the process of converting all their land to Orthodox, so that's pretty interesting. Only Ruthenia here, and I guess Novgorod is probably Slavic as well. Are going to remain Slavic. And of course they're immediately calling us to arms. Which I am going to decline, because I don't want to be at war when we get the opportunity to change our succession laws. Who knows, it might be our only opportunity. My prisoner can rot, of course. So 73% in favor of the Count here. My granddaughter is becoming more diplomatic. I guess the Peristrion actually came in on the side of the Count, so he is going to help end this war faster, I think, which is good. A Waldensian uprising in Sicily. You have converted a subject to our faith, which I appreciate. So this siege is going to end pretty soon. Let's hope that we actually get an end to this war. Only 91%, so they'll probably have to complete a second siege there. We have a new Duke of Anatolia, who's pretty happy with me, so that's good. After a large meal, such as the one I hosted today, it is typical to give the trenchers stale bread used as plates as alms to the poor. One of my courtiers suggested I do this directly myself to display my virtue to all, instead of having my servants do it, so we can gain 4 prestige by doing that, or we can decline to go near that filthy scum and potentially lose kind and gain proud. Or we can say we must meet and help the poor beggars to understand their plight, because we are kind already and gain 5 piety. I guess we'll gain the piety. So I suppose we could plan a feast, since we are not planning to go to war anytime soon. Looks like Sicily's taking care of their Waldensian uprising, so that's good. Well, it's not really good, I guess. We don't really care about it, but good for them. The best part about preparing a feast is deciding what foodstuff to serve. I must purchase venison, boar and duck, spices, wine and ale, honey for the desserts, cheeses, and perhaps even a swan or a peacock. I guess we'll spend just enough. And my son lacks a guardian. This is my intended heir, who I guess became deceitful at some point. We'll of course educate him ourselves. Let's send out the invitations. Guests have arrived. We'll welcome everyone to the feast. And we have a new duke in Hellas as well, who is extremely happy with me. That's nice. And it looks like this war is over. So please tell me there's no further impediment to us changing our succession law. Indeed there isn't. Okay, let's go for it. So in elected monarchy, the ruler and each lower rank vassal, i.e. the dukes if the ruler is a king, can nominate a successor from among themselves and legitimate children and siblings of the ruler. This means that since the dukes can elect each other, there is a danger of us being voted out of our kingdom, but not too concerned about that. It's usually relatively safe as long as you maintain reasonable relations with enough dukes. Dukes are valid electors in both kingdoms and empires, so even once we create the empire title, we'll still have to deal with our duke's opinions. Elective succession is very popular with the vassals, but they will not approve if their liege personally holds too many elector titles. Okay. So we need to nominate our heir. We will nominate our 6-year-old son. Let's hope that our vassals will agree with us. Some of my guests did not seem satisfied with the food, but I would never have thought one of them would have complained out loud. Metropolitan Konstas said a lot of nasty stuff about the food, and I couldn't help but feel irritated. How rude. Okay, he is our new heir. Everyone drank and were happy, except this guy who refused more wine. What a jerk. This guy spoke up and told everyone how great the food at my feast was. Thanks. So it seems like some of our dukes are not voting for our chosen heir. Alright, the feast is over. Let's go ahead and form our empire. So I think we'll go ahead and create the Despotate of Epirus. And let's see. You have 2 duchies, so if we give you the... If you give you the title, he's going to control this land and also... Oh no, wait, that's de jure. De facto these 2 counties and also Crete. I guess that's alright. We can give it to him, but obviously not until we have first created the Empire title. Gonna give us 1200 prestige, cost us 793 gold and 400 piety. We have created the title Roman Empire. Okay. So we have new important decisions available to claim Constantinople. I guess we could do that. It does feel wrong to be the Roman Empire and not have our capital in Constantinople. On the other hand, though, I've spent a lot of time and money upgrading all of these castles, so I kind of want to keep my capital here. Well, we'll just maybe hold off on taking this decision for the moment. So it also opens up the possibility of mending the Great Schism, restoring the Roman Empire, which we may or may not do, I suppose. We are conquering Italy, though we have almost driven the Muslims out and are about to run into fellow Christians, so our conquests over there might slow down. Anyway, we can, I suppose, give away the kingdom that we formed. We'll at least make this guy extremely happy. And we now need to nominate the heir to our empire title, which will of course be the same guy. And now we're having a problem with the Despotate of Thessalonica having a different heir to our empire title, which is always annoying. Where does it reach you that your ecclesiarch has accused you of heresy? Yeah, you're probably not a heretic, that's fine. The probably easiest way to solve this is to... Oh, actually, it's the empire title that has the different heir. Everyone likes the Duke of Achaia. Because he is the lucky ruler, probably, and has ridiculous diplomacy. Well, that's kind of annoying. I guess we should try to improve some of our vassal opinions, specifically the ones that are voting for him. The Anatolia and Samos. We can spare some money for gifts for these people, and honorary titles probably. You're already at 100, so we can't really do anything about you. I caught my granddaughter Barbara lying to me again, straight to my face without batting an eye. I almost had an innocent servant sent to the stocks, so she can become deceitful, which is okay by me. Cilicia Trachea is also voting for the wrong person. Oh, she's actually at 100 opinion with me anyway. This might be a problem because of the lucky ruler thing. I think I may have to remove luck from him. I've been okay with dealing with the problems that he's been causing previously, but I think it's going to be too many problems with this succession law. So sure. I don't like to do it, it kind of seems like cheating, but I think it has to be done. Let's hope that actually changes people's minds. My son is turning into an arrogant little braggart. I might have to rein him in a little bit. We'll tell him pride goeth before a fall. He became humble. People will probably change their minds as our son gets older and increases in diplomacy as well. He's mastering the art of swordsmanship. So the de jure Roman Empire, we control most of the land already. Apart from up here, we have most of Serbia that is not already under our control. We should have de jure claims on that now. Ooh, we actually have Imperial Reconquest CVs, which will give us the whole duchy there. Of course, we can just do de jure claims on those also. Not sure what the difference is. So for the de jure claim, we vassalize or take everything held by her in the duchy. And we vassalize or take all titles and we gain the duchy. Okay. Well, we'll probably do one of those, I suppose. Our vassal limit is now extremely huge as well, and we gained one domain size, which is nice. We have 8 domain titles, is that correct? I thought we only had 7. Not sure if one of these is one that we're not supposed to have. That didn't get given away properly or something. No, apparently not. Unless here? No? Oh well, that seems fine. Okay, and we do have the same heir in charge of both now. We could simplify this by destroying the Despotate of Thessalonica, which is probably the correct decision, but I kind of hate to do that. It's going to annoy everybody that is a de jure vassal of that title, which is all of these people. But it would simplify the succession in that we would only have to make sure that we have one heir being voted in that we want. Alright, well, let's leave it here for this episode. We'll probably go to war for Serbia in the next one, so thanks for watching, and join me again then.